And welcome back to the third and final part of this tutorial. So what I want to now achieve is, when I enter all of those data in here, I want to be able to officially add everything up. Okay, that's what I want to try and achieve. Right, so which means we add up every single unit here and we should be able to get the total. Okay, and we should also be able to get the average, whatever the average might be, and then classify these very students either as first class, honors, or so classify the student either as first class, let's get rid of that, or second class. And the other thing is for us to be able to use this very button. Okay, and here, okay, it's asking for names here, so we can just enter name here. Okay, another name here, and here we need an email for that, so we have to enter correct email, else it's not gonna work. Right, then we need the, let's say it's mathematics department, and the date. Here we're going to need correct date for that. And when we click, we want to be able to retrieve every single information that is entered here. We want to make sure it's on the database, and at the same time I would like you to calculate this and so on. So now you can see the latest information that I've entered in there, okay, is on the database itself. Okay, but let's go back in here. Let's go back in here. We want to go back to my, yeah, that's where what we want. We want this very one. So we come right down here, go back to your PHP database that you're working on, PHP website that you're working on, and this is for the database where I call every single database itself. Okay, and let's see, everything here is right. Okay, now let's go back to the, this is where all of those information that you see here, okay, that's where it all comes from, the website itself, if I can call it a website. All right, now let's come right down here. What I want to do first of all is to make sure I get back read only, just undo those deletion that I've carried out. Yeah, they are all back in there now. And I need to create a function for this very button, this one here. Okay, and I'm going to create another function for this very one. This is just to clear. So right underneath here, I'm going to, let's enter script, and we just take it from there. So we also end the script here. Right, now the very first function, let's call result. I'm going to call that function result. That's btn result. I think I should have that here, btn result. That's it. I'm going to copy that. So mouse click btn result. I want you to do as follows, and enter curly braces there. Okay, the second function, that's going to be for resets, btn resets, this one, or btn clear. Okay, that's fine, btn clear. So I'm going to paste that right underneath here. Function number 2, btn clear. There we go. I only have 2 buttons, so that's one should do. Now for each of those units, I'm going to declare a variable. I'm going to call it U1. So we stand for maybe unit 1, and I'm going to say I want you to pass the following value as integer for me. Let's put an int there. And what am I passing as integer? Is going to be document dot get element by ID. Get element by ID, and the element I want you to get by ID is going to be I games dot whatever the value may be. Close that there. Now I games, let's check the unit games. The unit game, the ID is I game. The next one is going to be I animation. So I'm going to copy that, scroll right down. So let's just paste that one here and copy all of this. I'm going to copy all of this. So that is this right there. Okay, so whatever value is inside the text field there is then stored into U2. So I'm just going to copy this and just change things around. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. Now this last one, I'm just going to call that check total. Check total will add up every single value that I have in here. Okay, so let's say U1 plus U2 plus U3 plus U4 plus U5 plus U6 now plus U7. U7 is going to be multiplied by 2 because U7 is a project. Okay, that is it. Now let's give all of these the right name. So this one is going to be called business, calling them by their various ID name. Then this one is software, and I have object here. I think this is uppercase. Yeah. Then this is computer. Yeah, there we go. And finally we have project. There we go, guys. There. Right, I now have all of my data in place. Now I'm going to now use conditional statement to validate the selection made. To achieve that, the first thing I like to do is if check total. So the overall total should not be more than 800. If check total is greater than 800, then we want as follows. We want it either to alert the user. Let's say alert. Let's just say total mark entered is invalid. Okay, that should do. Now I want the document to get rid of every other thing that I have in there, so I'm going to say document, paste that in there, document. Let's look at the name of our form itself. Let's come into the form, document students. So I'm going to come right down here, document dot student dot game, I think is games, dot value equals clear. Yeah, let's clear that there. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the others there. Copy that and just paste it. Now the next one is going to be animation, and we have business. The B, and after that we have software, but the name is going to be different. I think it's called software. Yeah, that's that. Then followed by object oriented. Here will be, if that is object oriented, the next one should be computing. I think computer systems. Yeah. And finally, this should be project. Okay. And now we also have to clear the total, average, and the class or classification as well. There we go. Okay, supposing final total is less than 800, what do we do then? In that case, we use else here. Else, let's carry out as follows. So I'm going to say document student, copy that, paste that in here. Document student dot I total score dot value equals, and I'm going to now add up everything here. So let's just copy all of that. Paste that in here. Okay, I total value there. What about average? Now I have this in here, or I can just call this variable and paste it in here instead of, yeah, I can just call that. Let's see, let's call this, paste it in there. If it doesn't work, we change it around. Then we want to now work out, this is for the total, we want to now work out the average. In the case of the average, let's just say I average, we divide that by 8, divide by 8 there. Hopefully that should work. If it doesn't, we change things around. Now underneath here, I'm now going to use an if statement. But first thing, now that I've entered all of this here, let's save it and make sure it's going to work, because that's important as well. Come in here, and that is it. Let's refresh and just press this. Okay, it's telling me it already exists, but let's come right down here. Yeah, the average works and the total works. That is correct. Just to confirm, let's exceed the maximum value and see what's going to happen. Okay, let's go back in there. It actually cleared the whole system. That is good. It's working, guys. Right, that's fine. And let's just change this name around. And here we can enter anything there. There we go. New record added successfully. If I come in here now and press F5, those data should appear. Look at it. Look at it. There we go. Look at that. It's all in there. And average is working apart from the class. So okay, that is good. I'm gonna go back in here. Let's continue with my code so I can use this. That is fine. Now, right underneath here, I'm now going to use an if statement. If average less than and equals to 20, then this is what's going to happen. Let's say document student dot class. Copy that and paste it here. Document student dot I class or I classify dot value equals, that is going to be equals fill. There. That's the first condition. The second condition is, let's assume is greater than and equals to 30, and that will be certificate of higher education. Right, now come right down here, paste that, and if is, no, this should be 30 now. If is 45, in the case of 45, that would be third class. There we go. And in the case of the rest, if it's 60 as second class, 79 second class upper, and 80 first class. There. Okay, that's everything taken care of. Right, so have a good look at those lines of codes. Those are the conditions. So I'm going to save that before I take care of the last one, which is that's just the clear. So in there, before I do anything, let's come in here. You see these ones? I can use one single. No, I'm not going to copy that. I'm going to come right down here and just, let's come into our browser and see how it works. Okay, so if I click on this, let's check out this result. This result here should give us first class. But first thing first, let's change this. Let's just change it to Embry. Okay, right, and just click on that. Successfully updated, and this one has not shown us what classification it is. So let's go back in there and see what's going on. Let's go back here. Okay, this is where I have the problem. I was supposed to show the classification here. So let's come right down here and declare a variable. So I'm going to call that average with an S and equals. Let's grab this here. Okay, because that's what I'm going to be calling in here. And do that. Copy this and just paste it in here. This only goes inside the ID called average, but this one didn't go there. So we want this. So there's an S there, so let's add S here, S here as well, and this. Okay, so I'm going to save that. Go back to my browser and see if it's going to do what I expect it to do. So refresh, and let's change this to something else. So let's just call it small house, that's fine. And there we go. You see that, guys? Now the class works. That's good. So everything is working. The only bit that is not working now is the reset. So let's come in here and just take care of the reset. In the case of the reset, I'm going to use as follows. So for the reset, let's try and just speed that up. There. This will clear all of my option objects or option buttons or whatever it's called, and this one will just clear every single text box, text field, all the input. So I'm going to save that. Let's come in here, click on and refresh it first, and let's click on reset. Okay, my reset is not working yet. Let's see. Okay, let's go back into the design here, and this is this. Okay, let's see. btn clear, btn clear, right there on mouse click, on click, right. Okay, I'm going to save it, and let's check the clear. Let's come right here. Okay, so that's my clear, and let's see. Okay, we need to attach that to this. Okay, so let's go straight to that button. Okay, to check if this clear work, let's come in here, just enter some data in here, and I'm just going to populate it. I'm going to be very fast with that. Okay, I've entered fresh new data in here. So first thing first, let's check if that will be added straight onto the database. There we go. Yes, it's successful. Let's come in here. Okay, these are the data that I used to test it. So we can just press F5. Okay, there we go, Sally Johnson. And let's go back in here, and that is Sally Johnson. So let's see if the reset works. Yeah, the reset is working apart from this very button there. Okay, the reset works. So guys, let's find out I think the name of this is called class, something like that, ID. And we come right here and just enter the details of that to clear it. If you go right up here, that is the name. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to save that, and let's come back in here, and we're back in here. So let's try this out now, just to make sure it works. There we go. Yeah, that's working fine. So with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this very advanced tutorial. I believe you all enjoy it. You all have a nice day now, and please do subscribe, and I would also appreciate if you guys can join and become a member of my channel. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now.